A very good morning to class 7th. Here is Kaushalya Raj Purohit, your English teacher. Today we are going to discuss poem A Nation's Strength. This poem is written by William Ralph Emerson. He was born on 25th May 1803, Boston, USA. Some of the important poems written by him are Brahma, Boston Hymns, etc. and essays like Self Reliance, the Poet. Today, we are going to discuss his beautiful work, Nation's Strength. There are 6 stanzas of 4 lines each. In this poem, the poet explores the idea as to what makes a nation strong and powerful. The poet makes use of rhetorical questions, first asks the questions and then gives the answer himself. So let us discuss the poem. What makes a nation's pillars high and its foundation strong? What makes it mighty to defy the foes that round in throng? Is it is not gold, its kingdoms grand go down in battle shock. Its shafts are left on sinking sand, not abiding rock. In the first 2 stanzas, the poet has used a few paradoxical lines in this poem. He asks some questions to himself and the readers about what makes nation's pillar high and its foundation strong, and what makes it to defend the enemies that gather round it every time to invade. The poet answers the same questions in its own way. He says that gold cannot make the nation's pillars strong. Gold is the kingdom's grand. Its shafts are laid on sinking sand, but on the enduring rock. Is it the sword? Asked the red dust of empires passed away. The blood has turned their stones to rust, their glory to decay. As is it bright? Ah, that's bright crown has seemed to nations sweet, but God has stuck its luster down in ashes at his feet. Is it a sword? Asked the red dust of empires passed away. The blood has turned their stones to rust, their glory to decay. And is it a pride? Ah, that bright crown has seemed to nations sweet, but God has struck its luster down in ashes at his feet. In this third stanza, the poet raises the question. He asks whether it is the sword which makes a nation great. Sword here stands for power. The poet asks us to look into the past and see the big empires whose foundation was laid on blood and power. According to the poet, the blood which was shed for the kingdoms had turned their stones to rust and their glory to decay. Hence, power is also something that makes nation is not something that makes nation great. Not gold, but only man can make people great and strong. Men who, for truth and honor's sake, stand fast and suffer long. According to the poet, it is not materialistic things but men who can make a nation great and strong. These are the men who stand and suffer for the sake of the truth and honor. Thus, a country that has such men will be great and strong. Brave men who work while others sleep, who dare while others fly, they build a nation's pillar deep and lift them to the sky. So, according to the poet, these brave men work while others sleep. They dare to face problems when others run away. According to the poet, these are the only people who make the foundation of the nation strong and take their progress to the skies. Thus, a nation's strength is the great men. They are what makes a nation great and strong. Children, in this poem, we learn that the patriotic men, are the real strength of the nation, not the gold or power. I hope you have understood the poem. Thank you.